In this video, I'm going to give you the key to it all. The secret way, nay, the crucial and only way you can reach financial freedom. If you're in your 20s, your 30s, or even your 40s, it's very important after this video, you go away and start immediately. And honestly, it's super easy to do, and anybody watching this video can go ahead and do it. And I mean anyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how simply $1 a day can amass a massive fortune, and more importantly, show you how the Grandmaster Warren Buffett himself has used this strategy to become one of the richest men in the world. Now, all I ask is a gentle tap of the like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and if you want to sign up with eToro and join our chat room, there's a link via the pinned comment. Use that link, deposit, make a trade, and you do get lifetime access to our chat room. So let's jump right into it, because we've got a lot to cover in a relatively short period of time. There are some very key points to be made here, and anybody who wants to be financially secure in the future, it's important you pay attention to what I've got to say. I've recently came across this article, and I'll be honest with you, I've read the headline before. It's about Warren Buffett and how he's made 99% of his massive 120 plus billion fortune after the age of 50. That's right. 99% of this money was made after the age of 50. And what's more is if you look into some of these articles, what you will find is Warren Buffett actually just started out his investing journey with $5,000 and has transformed it into 123 billion US dollars. And that's billion with a big old capital B. A lot of people seem to think that just because you're a billionaire, you inherited wealth, and it's far from the truth. When Warren Buffett was 21 years old, he only had $20,000. Now, that might sound like a lot of money to a lot of people, but trust me, you don't have to have 123 billion either. Just 1 billion will do. More on that later. But the lesson to be learned here is over time, after the age of 50, that's when Warren made most of his money, because he was compounding his returns year after year. And some might be thinking, I can't mimic Warren Buffett's strategy because he's a genius and I'm watching a bloke with a beard on YouTube. We're all idiots. And I'll be straight with you, including myself. You're right. We're idiots. We cannot mimic Warren Buffett. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, investor of all time. But you see, the thing is, even you, anybody watching this video, can have success from as little as $1 a day. You see, if you're in your 20s and you're watching this video, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The bad news is you're only 20, and by the time you come to retirement, you're going to probably be over the age of 70. Retirement is getting older and older as people are living longer. But the good news is also the bad news. You are 20 and you've got 50 years till you reach 70 or maybe even older when you actually do hang up your hat and retire. And if you are 20, you have the longest time possible to reach your goals, and it's imperative you start now, because it will literally make the difference of millions and millions as time goes on. But let's start out dead simple. Something everybody can do. $1 a day, or $30 a month. If you invested $30 a month into the S&P 500 or an ETF that's following the S&P 500, you would average around about 10% returns every single year, compounded over time. And given this hypothetical person is only 20 and wants to retire at 70, they've got 50 years to continue this simple and basic strategy. Now, at the age of 70, if they continue this $30 every single month without increasing it or lowering it, just sticking to $30 or $1 a day into the S&P 500, you would have invested $18,000. But your investment would be worth a whopping $524,092 at the age of 70 from $18,000. Insane. But of course, honestly, $500,000 isn't gonna really send you off to the Maldives every single summer. So you need to take your investing a little bit more seriously. And let's be real, we can all afford more than $30 a month if we just skip out going to McDonald's every single week. So let's say you can afford $100 a month, which again, I feel most people can probably afford. On the same scenario, you're 20 years old, you're gonna go to 70, and you invested $100 a month. The same exact strategy means you would have invested $60,000 US, which is a chunk of change, do not get me wrong. But that's over a 50-year period, and at the end of it, you would have a mouth-watering $1.746 million US. Yes, million. And let's go one step further and say this millionaire status has motivated you even more, and you cut out going to Starbucks, supersizing your meals, and you just downgrade your girlfriend or partner. Jokes, Don't ever do that or say that out loud. But let's say you start saving that little bit extra every single month to $250 US. Now, to be clear, I've done the research. The average person in their 20s has about $660 a week, meaning that if you save $250 a month, you still have 90% of your monthly salary left over. So again, most people can probably afford this. And the difference is alarming and staggering. You would not have 1.7 million anymore. You would actually have 3.5 million US at the age of 70. Absolutely insane. That's the power of compound investing. It does sound really easy to do. Just set it up direct debit, buy the same ETF every single month, and leave it alone. But it's not easy to do because nobody does it in their 20s. Otherwise, we'd have a lot more millionaires around than we do right now. And if you want proof of that, I know my audience. Most of you are over the age of 20. And let's be real, how many of you have been investing $250 or whatever every single month since your 20th birthday? I'm going to throw my hat out here. None of you. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But here's where it gets bad, because if you do miss your 20s and you start at your 30s, the amount you need to invest to get 3.5 million, it goes up dramatically. Remember, if you started at 20 to get to 3.5 million at 70, in that 50-year time period, you only need to invest $250 a month. But if you start at 30, it's a lot more. In fact, the figure is 2.6 times more at $660 every single month to get the same outcome, because you waited 10 years. And if you're old and wrinkled and watching this video at the age of 40 and you still haven't started yet, I've got bad news again. Because you waited 20 years to start this, if you want the 3.5 million at the age of 70, it's bad news. You would need to invest 7.2 times more every single month because you didn't start investing in your 20s. You would need to invest $1,800 every single month to come out with 3.5 million at the age of 70. You see, compounding works, but the longer you leave it, the compounding is dramatically less effective as time goes on. Now, I know some people are probably watching this video who are in their 40s thinking, I can't afford $1,800 a month. I can't afford $1,000. That might be the case, and it might seem overwhelming and even worrisome, but I want to be real with you here. My previous background was retirement planning, and I have been there and sat down with people who are in their late 60s telling them they need to go and use their investment, what they have little left over, to go and buy a taxi and do airport runs into their 80s so that they can feed themselves. And I do not want people to watch this video and have the same outcome. If you just invest majority of what you can afford from your surplus income, you'll be in a much better position no matter what your age. But if you are watching this in your 20s or even early 30s, have a think to yourself, what type of grandparent do you want to be in your 70s? Do you want to be in a taxi not being able to see your family and friends on Christmas Day? Or do you want to be the ones telling them why compound investing works and why your grandkids should start right now because it helped you buy the yacht you're currently sat on? I hope this genuinely motivated someone to start investing and taking it a little bit more seriously and increase what they're investing if they are already. If you want to see on this strategy how much you would need to invest every single month to become a billionaire, check this video out up here. And if you want to see what stocks I'm buying, we've got members only videos just here. The code word for this video is investing. That's it from me. Start investing today, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.